Okay, Justin, I know you hold it down on Saturdays, Thursdays, Sundays, Mondays, but today's Jet Day.
Yeah.
So explain
Special
to me,
day.
it's a special day.
Yeah.
Explain to me what Jet Day means to you.
Oh man. Well, first of all, I want to say thanks to Vikings organization and for them to put on Jet Day is definitely something special to me. I always want to give back. I always want to show my appreciation to all of the people that show me love and support. And when they came to me about this, and it was like, instead of normally I gritty, with the Make-A-Wish kids every Saturday. But instead of doing that, we wanted to do something really big and really special. So for them to come up to me and with this idea, I was like, no brainer, sign me up. This is perfect. So it's going to be a special event. I'm excited for the kids, but I'm just excited to just be there in this moment to give these kids a moment that they can always remember for the rest of their lives.
Word on the street is they have no clue you're coming.
No clue.
They're just like down for whatever. Like, we've been in the facility, that was good enough. So what do you think it's gonna feel like when you like come out of a jet to greet them?
Oh, it's gonna be crazy. This is the best reveal I've ever
Right.
I've ever been exposed to. But for them to not know, for it to be a surprise, this is going to be the last thing they expect, to be in the jet hangar, for me to be coming out of a jet. This is sick. I'm so excited for this. I cannot wait. This is crazy.
What does it mean to you that for a kid who is a Make-A-Wish kid, there's so much that they're dealing with on a daily basis, and you are the person, you are the guy that can come in and bring them joy and give them a sense of normalcy? What does that mean to you?
It's a blessing. It's honestly a blessing. Because they can pick anyone. They can pick JJ. They can pick someone on defense. They can pick any person on this team. But they decide to pick me. So it's definitely special in that aspect. But all of the complications that they go through, having this difficulty life that they didn't ask for. But to be in this situation and to have them look up to me and want to be in my vicinity, and even for one of their last wishes, that's something that I always kind of take into heart. You really don't think too much of it, when you're going through the motions, going through game week, and preparing for a game. But for this Friday, before a Sunday night game, to take that time out and to spend time with these kids, and to, just like I said, to give them a moment that they're always going to remember. That's what means the most. That's what gets me going and gets me excited to go out there and play football every single week, because they have people like this that are excited for me to be out there on that field, excited for me to hit the gritty when I score. So it's definitely a blessing, and I'm just excited to just be in this situation.
Yeah. Are there any stories or people that you've met along the way, especially with the Make-A-Wish Foundation, that kind of stand out to you, that you hold on to?
Honestly, I make every single person stand out in a specific way, because they're all going through something different than what I'm going through. My life is great. I don't have to go through the difficulties that they have to go through. I have a pretty normal life, but for them, it's not normal. For them, tomorrow is not promised. So just having that moment to give back to them and to share that moment with them is always going to be special, because believe it or not, they don't think I'm real. They don't think, they think I'm an alien. They don't think that I'm a real human being. So once they actually are in front of my face and actually can hold a conversation with me, can actually touch me, and can actually dance with me, and that's all something that I take to heart. And it's every day I kind of count my blessings and be appreciative of being in this position and being able to give back to these kids.
Yeah, there's plenty of people that are able, but not everyone does it. So
For sure.
What is it about the way you were raised that makes you want to, like you said, on Saturdays, maybe gritty with the kids, or continue to give back in the ways that you have?
Yeah, that's credit to my parents for raising me to the type of man that I am. I always was taught to be appreciative of what I have. Of course, give thanks to the man upstairs for being able to give back to people and having the platform that I have so I can give back to them. So, yeah, my parents have always taught me and always told me to be grateful for what I have and to be appreciative of giving back to kids. And my mom always was the type of person that was like, man, go sign that extra ball for a kid, or go take that picture with that kid. You know, that's something that they're always going to be appreciative of. That's something that they will never expect, and that's something that they will always remember. So just having that type of effect on people's lives, kids' lives, you know, grown adults' lives, you know, it's pretty special to say that, you know, I only play football, but they think of me as, you know, somebody that's way bigger than football. So it's pretty crazy when you think of it like that.
Yeah, I was reading through the Make-A-Wish, and a lot of them are just like, I just want to meet Justin Jefferson. I just want to gritty with Justin. And I was just like, you're the headline.
Yeah.
You know, they want to come to the facility, but they want to be with you as a
Right.
person, and that's got to speak to your heart too.
Oh yeah, always, you know, always. And even thinking of it is, you know, being a kid myself,
Yeah.
you know, growing up and being fans of Randy Moss and being a fan of Odell, you know, having those type of people that I can actually be with, you know, having my brothers play football and being able to be in this type of circle, I was able to meet so many different people and be around so many different people that I never expected to be around. But you know, God, you know, blessed me of being with the family that I have, and you know, being in those different type of situations. So I understand that, you know, that one moment, that one time is probably the only moment in time that they can spend with me
Right.
during that moment. So I try to, you know, take that to heart and understand them in their shoes. And you know, even though, you know, when you're going through the game and you know, you have all of these different fans yelling your name and kids with posters, you know, they want your attention and you want them to come over to, you know, to embrace that with you. But you know, you can't get to everyone.
No.
So you know, just having this time out to, you know, give a little bit more acknowledgement to these, you know, Make-A-Wish kids is definitely something that I take initiative with.
It's got to do something for perspective too, because on one hand, I know you're like, I have to play for these kids.
Yeah.
Like, I want to play so they can continue to fight
For
to
sure.
live another day. But on the other hand, it's like, well, if we lose a ball game, we're not losing a life. Like, how do you
Right.
balance that sometimes, or how does it help you in preparation or dealing with obstacles, adversities, you dealing with the hamstring injury? Like, how can you correlate the things that you learn from them to your everyday life and
Yeah.
football?
Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah.
It's definitely difficult to kind of spread the two apart.
Yeah.
Because, you know, at the end of the day, it is just a game. You know, I do just play football. You know, I'm not fighting every day for my life. I'm fighting for my family. You know, just, you know, getting food on the table and, of course, having a healthy, easy life. But, you know, you just like I said, you have to, you know, kind of think in their shoes just for a moment. You know, that's all it really takes. It doesn't, you don't really have to, you know, spend every moment or every second of the day thinking of them and the difficulty things that they go through. But it's just one moment that it takes that they're going to remember for the rest of their lives. And who knows, that can be something that impacts a kid's lives forever. You know, that can be the difference from them giving up on their life and understanding that, you know, my life is difficult and what I go through is something that no one can understand. And I understand it, even though I don't go through what they go through, and I don't fully understand, you know, what they go through, but understanding that moment and that time with them, even if it's for 10 minutes, for 20 minutes, or for an hour, you know, just taking that moment with them is something that they would cherish for the rest of their lives. And you know, that's something that I kind of live for at this moment.
Yeah. You kind of mentioned fighting a little bit, but it's interesting because there's things that you can parlay from your story to theirs, and just coming out not highly recruited, like having to fight your way to becoming a first rounder.
Sure.
Are these some of the things that you share with the kids when you're talking
100%.
to them? Okay.
You know, and crazy part is they know before I even tell them. So they kind of are familiar with my story and understanding the difficulty things that I had to go through as well. You know, even though I was a first rounder and you know, one of the highest paid in this league, I had to go through stuff to get here. You know, it definitely wasn't an easy journey, an easy process to be the best receiver in the league. It took hard work, it took sacrifice, it took just time away from my family, friends. So all of those things go into a part. You know, there's definitely different times where I couldn't spend Christmas at home with my family, couldn't have a good meal on Thanksgiving. So those are different sacrifices that I kind of take initiative with and understand that I had to work my way to get to where I'm at today, and it's just all just a loving aspect to it, and I mean to see the difficulty things that they kind of go through, we can kind of relate in some aspect.
Yeah. I feel like what you're talking about is something called belief.
For sure.
Like belief in self.
Yeah.
How does your story speak to that?
Yeah, I mean, believing in yourself is something that you have to have. I mean, especially in their aspect, they have to believe in themselves.
Yeah.
They have to believe in God, that God is with them throughout the whole entire journey. And I mean, it's definitely difficult to kind of put yourself in their shoes and understanding what they go through on the day-to-day aspect. And I mean, it's tough. It's definitely tough. But when you see them and you see the smile on their face, you see the joy that they have when they're with you in that moment, you forget about all those things. You forget about the difficulty things that they go through, and they do as well. They don't think about, I have a disability, or I have a shorter life than most other people. So, excuse me, just taking that into initiative and understanding that this moment and me being in their lives for 10 minutes, 20 minutes is all that they need.
Can you take me back to like your first give back, or what was the first thing you did? It could have just been at your high school or something like that, but the first moment you said, this is something I enjoy doing, I want to continue to do no matter where this football, professional sports takes me. What was that moment?
Well, I was kind of blessed to have, parents to kind of tell me, like, look, you have an image, you have this fame, you have this money, do something with it. Don't just, of course, you want to sit on it, you want to have all the money in the world and
play Madden.
exactly, live life freely,
right.
Of course. But you got to also think about the people that are struggling as well. You got to think about the people that don't have what you have, and of course, you think about. Everybody go through different journeys, and people go through different ways of getting to where they're at nowadays. But I can definitely say that my life is definitely a lot more easier than some other people's journeys and opportunities. So the opportunities were there for me, and I took the most of those opportunities. So just putting in that hard work and understanding that there's somewhere I want to go. And the NFL was definitely top on that list. So I worked my butt off, and I worked as hard as anyone else to get to where I'm at today. And just kind of understanding that, and understanding that just taking a little time out to give to these kids, and it's definitely something that, just like you said, not a lot of people kind of put thought into words. Right. But how I was raised and how I look at younger kids, this is definitely a priority to me. And this is something I'll always keep as a priority towards me. But and even to look back at home, back at home is not the best. We don't have everything that we need for kids to bloom and to be successful. So going back at home and to put more money in towards there, and to give kids I would say a dream, and an opportunity. To really look forward to what their future could be like. That's definitely something I take to heart.
Yeah, well, I kind of want to take you back to that Justin Jefferson that was in the backyard too, with your brothers kind of like running around. I heard there was an empty field across the street.
Sure.
And what you glean from some of those moments that help you even now in the way that you move and who you are.
Oh man. It's countless hours, I would say. Countless times where my brothers and my dad, even my mom, pushed me into things that I didn't want to do at a young age. At a young age, you're not fully thinking about your future. At 9, 10 years old, you're trying to play the game. You're trying to go outside and play with your friends. I'm thinking about, okay, I need to an extra set of ladders in. I need to get an extra set of running down this field, getting the conditioning or getting strength training in. But, having my brothers and having my parents the way that they are, they push me into that. And me understanding at a later age, me pouting and me having that frustration at a young age.
You're a baby.
Exactly. I don't want to do that. I don't want to go outside and do drills. I want to have fun. I want to play the video game. I want to be inside and just chill and relax. But I'm very grateful for them pushing me into being the person that I am, and that they definitely had so much intake on just me being the person that I am, and understanding the type of platform that I'm on, and giving back to the younger generation, and giving back to the people that is less fortunate and don't have what I have. So just understanding that, and understanding that I'm the person that I am, and I have a lot of role models out there. So it's definitely crazy when you kind of think about it like that. But I'm blessed, and I'm definitely grateful to be in the situation to give back and to give people a moment that they can always remember.
I think about that you kind of carry the Jefferson name, like all the opportunities have flow through you.
Yes. Essentially.
So even when you do an event like this, like, are these the moments that mom and dad are like, yeah, this is when we're most proud?
100%. It's not all about going out there and catching the football and dancing all across the field. It's the moments that you give back to the people that need us the most. That is definitely something that's special. Especially for my parents. They don't care about the money. They don't care about my son is the best in the league. They care about the way I carry myself, the way I treat people, the way I come to work every single day and have a smile on my face, and not really think about the negativity things that are going on, but the positive things that are going on, and the things that I can impact on people's lives. So that is something I'm very grateful for having parents like that, and they can kind of teach me how to be the way I am. People see my face on that television and say, "Oh, Justin's a great man," but it mostly goes towards my parents and my brothers from grooming me into the person that I am.
Yeah, they see you, but it's your family that builds you.
Exactly.
Yeah, I feel you. I can see planes kind of like in the background, which is getting closer.
For sure.
You got to tell me what you want all these kids to like walk away with. Like, what's the feeling? What do you want them to know as they like continue on their journey after they meet you?
One, that I'm a regular person. I'm just as much as them. I care for them just as much as I care going out there and scoring a touchdown. So it's just all about thinking about the things that we're doing here, the amount of time, money, just all of that goes in towards putting on this event. I hope they understand that this wasn't just a Justin just show up and just be the face of this. Right. We actually put thought into this. We actually put time and effort into putting this on, and also understanding that this isn't just me. This is a whole organization that came together, the owners, so they came together and put this whole thing on. So it's definitely something special that I hope that they can go back home and be like, that was a great day. Like, this is something I always will remember and always will cherish forever, as long as I live. This is going to be pretty sick, and I can't wait to see it.
When someone comes to you like, we want to do a Jets day, you're like, now what now? What are we going to do?
What does that look like?
What does that look like? And they're like, you're going to get out of a jet.
Sign me up.
Sign me up.
Nah, it's definitely pretty sick, and I'm definitely grateful to have the team that we have on the Vikings organization to come to me with this type of idea. And even though we're pitching in, an idea here and there, it's not just one person just putting on this whole entire thing. So it's definitely pretty cool. It's definitely special. It's definitely never something I would imagine to come about. But just like I said, I always want to give back and always want to be a part of the community and always want to be something that people can lean on and have a happy moment around. So of course I do so much with the Vikings organization. I do so much around this community, and I always want to give back. So this is just a step towards that, and a step towards all of the different countless things that I'm going to do in the future.
This is the inaugural Jets Day. Do you think we're going to have some more? Do we
Oh, for
feel
sure.
like we should just
This is
make
just the
a
start
thing?
of it.
Yeah.
I mean, to be honest, we're going big. We're going big, straight forward.
Maybe we should take them up in the plane next time. You know what I mean? Like, do the jet. Let's write it down.
Hey, take notes now. Take notes.
Just gonna put them in the plane. Okay, tell me when we got the Jets nickname, because I think I look back, you ran like a 4.88 and when you were a junior. That was kind of slow. So now I need you to tell me when did you become a Jet? Like,
first of all, I had shin splints during that time.
We got a lot of excuses. I don't know.
40, so I
Whenever they start doing this, that's when you know. Could be some lies in there. I don't know.
Hey, I'm not lying. I had shin splints, all right? So my 40 wasn't as fast as it would have been without the shin splint. But, the Jets came about. I always was, a fan of football. Always was pretty top in my class in football, in Pop Warner, leading up until middle school. That's when, that's when the breaks happened. Like, all right, you got to slow down a little bit. Everybody started growing, and I just was still at a small height. I was very fragile. I wasn't the strongest, fastest, most explosive until I got to my senior year.
Okay.
My junior, senior year, that's when I became Jets. That's when the confidence started to come. That's when I felt the development in my body start to blossom, really. So that's when I started to become faster. That's when I started to become having speed down the field and being able to jump up and go up for a football. So they always saying like I'm taking off for a Jet. So at first it was J Jeff.
Okay.
That was my first nickname, and then my second nickname was J Jets when I started to become what I am today. So it definitely was a long time coming into where I'm at. But I mean, it definitely the hard work that I put in. Definitely, I'm who I am now because of that.
Do you remember who gave you the name?
Really,
friends,
being around my friends. Just like I said, at first it was J Jeff, and then of course being out there on that field and finally flying around and being a threat. Then that's when it switched to J Jets.
Just know his freshman year he was on JV. I don't know that you played. I haven't seen the stats. I don't know what was going on there. It just
I didn't really play. I didn't really play too much. I didn't play too much. I was small. I was 5'8".
Sheesh.
Yeah, 5'8", $150.
Yep.
Definitely wasn't the fastest, running about a 4'8", 4'9".
4'8".
So it just was understanding that I had to wait my turn.
Yeah.
Understanding that it's a process towards it, and I can't rush everything.
Yeah.
And then also understanding, seeing my friends around me, seeing how big, seeing how strong, fast they are. And then, my brother was just like that as well. My oldest brother, Jordan, was a late bloomer as well as me. So, my parents tell me, look, just stick with it.
Yeah.
Like, it's okay. Like, don't be down on yourself.
Yeah.
Just stick with it. Just understand that it's a process. You have to wait your turn. Be patient. Let your body be developing into where you would like to be at. And really just for them talking to me and then having those conversations with me, I was a little bit better on myself and not really downing myself a lot. And then, of course, when I was able to see that I had a little bit more potential, I had that explosiveness, I had that speed, that's when that confidence started to kick in. And ever since then, I never backed off.
In my mind, that story is where the grounded you comes from. And
Sure.
and like you never forget that's where I came from, and it can all be taken away because it wasn't there.
100%.
You know what I mean? You had to work towards it.
100%.
Like I think that speaks to a little bit of the person.
Oh yeah,
that
and then
we see
especially the doubts that I'm having as well. Having that chip on my shoulder is something that I kind of live for as well. And even still today, I still have that chip on my shoulder. People still don't think that I'm the best receiver in the league. So just every single day, all of the opportunities that I have, I'm just trying to make the most of them as much as possible.
I'm not one of those people.
You sure?
Not the sideline. I mean, you did walk out, and I was like, I might not got boots on, but like, I thought you were 6'2".
That's crazy,
I was like, I guess the growth spurt wasn't that
That's
big.
crazy.
But
Hey,
it
she
is
had
what
them
it
them
is.
heels.
It was like this giving kitten heel. But it's Jets Day. It's not about me. It's not about me.
It's just day.
We made it to the base. Yay! Hi guys, let me get on the shot. Where's Justin?
I'm very pleased to introduce over the loud sound of aircraft, Maria Taylor.
Hi guys! Yeah. I honestly love that a plane just flew over while he's saying my name so we can all forget it. But yeah, I'm Maria. I'm more than happy to be here. Like Brett was saying, guess what? Sunday Night Football is here in Minnesota, and we get to cover it against the Falcons. And I heard that you guys were coming through, so I was like, I'm gonna show up. I want to be a part of Jets Day. Hi, yes. Hey, buddy. How are you? High five. You look so cute. Okay, so you guys have already been through the facility. What was your favorite part? Everything? Absolutely everything? Can I promise you that your favorite parts are about to get better? Do you believe me? Okay, so we're all wearing number 18s, which is pretty cool because you know that Justin Jefferson's nickname is Jets, right? Like it started out as J Jeff, and then it was J Jets, and now we all have shirts on that say, what? Jets Day? So chances are we're not here to see Jets, right? We're here to see the one, the only, 1-8, Justin Jefferson, ladies and gentlemen. Your best friend's here.
What's up? What's good, man? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's good, my guy? What's up, man? What's good? What's up, man? How you doing? How you doing? What's up? Hi.
He was hype.
What's up, my guy? How you doing, man? Hey, man, thank y'all for coming. This is definitely a special day for me. I'm always trying to give back to the community, always trying to give back, especially to y'all, because I know the difficulty things that y'all go through. I know it's not an easy life, and I understand there's a lot of adversity that goes through y'all life, as well as me. You know, I go through adversity as well. It might not be on the same platform as y'all, but we have to go through adversity all in general. So just to give y'all this moment, to give y'all something to look forward to is always something that I'm happy and always trying to give back to. So I appreciate y'all for being here. Let's have some fun, right?
Let's do it. Okay, guys, we're gonna come over here because if y'all got questions for Justin, we're gonna get them answered. Come on. All right, family. Yeah, come on in, get comfortable. We just wanted to make sure that we spent some time asking Justin questions. I'll ask a few, and then if you guys have them, just raise your hand or spit it out. That'll be totally fine. But Justin, I kind of just want to start with the idea for Jets Day and the opportunity to spend time with these young men. What does it mean to you? Like, how special is it to be living in this moment right now?
Yeah, it's very special. You know, to have a platform that I have, you know, to play this game of football that I've been playing since I was 7 years old, and just creating an image for myself and platform myself to be able to do things like this. You know, everybody, to see everybody having on my jersey is definitely something special for me. You know, as a kid, you have so many different dreams and aspirations to what your future would be. You know, I dreamt so many different dreams of throwing up a football and scoring a touchdown and dancing and all of those different things, and just the difficulty that it was to be in this spot, to be in this position. is definitely difficult. So to have this image and to have this platform, to be able to share this moment with you guys and to give back in any type of way that I can is always something that I take initiative with and I take closely to my heart. The moments that we share and the smiles on y'all faces is something that I will always remember. And hopefully this is something that y'all all remember as well. So, just thanks to my parents for raising me to the person that I am today, to always want to give back and always want to, shine light on people's lives is definitely something that is special to me.
Yeah, we rode over here with Justin, and he was kind of saying that how important that you guys are for him when he's playing on Sunday or Monday or Thursday. He thinks about you guys, and you mean something to him. But I want you to get more into your story. You kind of mentioned it a little bit, understanding adversity. But what it took for you to get here, Justin wasn't fast when he was a junior in high school, okay? My guy was a little slow, and he was a little bit of a late bloomer, okay? But it turned into a first-round draft pick. So can you take us back to, ninth grade, Justin, and making the JV squad?
Yeah. It definitely was difficult in my transition to being what I am today. It definitely wasn't always the brightest future for me. But understanding and listening to my parents and them telling me to be patient, to understand that not everything happens overnight, to kind of be patient and to allow myself to bloom, to allow my body to develop to where it needs to be. And I definitely remember, especially with my dad, the amount of conversations that we had that I was doubting myself. I'm like, when am I going to grow? when am I going to get faster? When am I going to get stronger? And him just telling me to be patient, to understand that not everyone develops the same way. Not everyone grows the same way. So just understanding that I have to be patient and understanding that my time is going to come as long as I work hard and I put my mind and effort towards anything that I wanted to accomplish. The sky was the limit for sure. And especially to have the support system that I had, to have my brothers pushing me, to have my parents pushing me to limits that I never thought I would, get to. So it's just all about, understanding the opportunities that I had and then making most of them.
Yeah. By the way, Justin's dad is here. There he is. Hey, Dad. And everyone's family is here, so can you speak to the support system and just continuing to build and encourage them as well? Because just as much as you're sitting here in front of us and you are where you are, there's a dad, there's a mom, there's your brothers, there's these individuals, there's sisters and brothers that are helping the 10 kids that sit before us. So words of encouragement for them as well.
Y'all mean a lot. Whether y'all know it or not, whether we always tell y'all we love you or not, that support system is the number one thing that especially kids need. To have somebody to lean on, to have somebody to talk to give encouraging words to. That's the difference maker from a kid understanding that I need to push a little bit harder or understanding that I need to just give up. And that's the main thing about it. And each single one of y'all haven't gave up. Each single one of y'all understood that I still need to fight and understand that my life is way, way far more important than just giving up. So just understanding that even though if you're a brother, you're a sister, cousin, uncle, you mean a lot. And just words can go a long way, and showing somebody you love them is definitely the number one thing. So definitely the support system and understanding that these are people that you can lean on is definitely a top tier thing.
Mm-hmm. I gotta ask you something about the name Jet since we're all wearing our Jets Day shirts. How did we get there? How did the nickname come about?
Definitely, just like you said, I wasn't the fastest. I wasn't the strongest.
Oh, you don't say.
During that part of time, but just understanding that I had to put in that work and understanding that not everything, just like I said, not everything happens overnight. So freshman year definitely was a late bloomer, was small, was, not the biggest, not the fastest, not the strongest. But once it came to about my junior, senior year and putting in the countless hours of work, just being outside by myself, throwing up the football to myself, doing drills by myself, those are all things that helped me become the person that I am today. And believe it or not, no one is going to make you do anything. Someone can tell you, or someone can give you information for you to take, as far as you can with that information, but no one is going to physically go out there and do the things that you want to do for you. So even though you have to have that support system and have people to tell you you can do something and you're able to do something, you have to have something within yourself to understand that you can do it, to understand you have the strength, you have the physical ability to do whatever you guys put your minds to. So that's definitely something that I've kind of took initiative with and understand it at a young age, that I have to go out there and improve myself, that I can do whatever my mind puts to it.
I love it. I want to open it up a little bit for you guys, parents too. But do you guys have questions? Does anyone? You do? Come here.
So my name is Jeremiah, and I want to ask you, what would be your plan B if you hadn't made it to the NFL? So yeah.
That is a great question. That's a great question, and to be honest, I don't know. Only because I never had a plan B. There wasn't no plan B. I knew deep down inside. Just the work that I put in, I knew I was going to be somewhere on the field. No matter if it's coaching, no matter if it's playing the game that I play, because both my brothers didn't make it to the league. They both played football. They both went to LSU, played D1, had promising careers to be in the NFL, but they didn't make it. So just understanding that the amount of effort and the amount of work that I put in to my craft, and of course, the support system that surrounded me to tell me, look, you can do it. You have the ability to do it. And that goes a long way alone, before I even step foot on the field. So a plan B is definitely great to have. Of course, I went to school. Of course, I've had my majors to blossom and to become something if football didn't work out. But I knew deep down inside that I was going to work harder than anyone else to be in the position that I've always dreamed of being. And the thing about it is, millions of kids around the world dream the same dream that you have. Millions of kids every single day play the game of football just like I'm playing. But there's only 1% that makes it to the NFL. What are you going to do to become that 1%? What work are you going to do to make you different than anyone else? That's what you got to put your mind to. That's what you got to, put your effort in towards. Even though the sacrifices of, okay, I want to go outside and play with my friends. I want to play the video game. I want to do this, that. I want to go to the movies. Those are all things that you think as a kid and think at your age. But crazy part is, at a young age, I thought differently. I knew that I was going to be something. I knew that I had to put in the work and put in that time to really become what I am today. So it's just all about having that support system, like we said, putting in that hard work and effort, and understanding that no one or nothing is going to stop me from becoming what I want to become.
What's your plan A, Jeremiah? Okay.
I don't want you to be like me. I want you to be better than me.
There you go.
Better than me.
Mm-hmm. Do we have another question, guys? Ooh, I love it.
All right, my name's Avery. I kind of was just wondering, when and how did you develop, your confidence in yourself?
Yeah, the confidence wasn't always there. I definitely didn't carry myself always with that confidence. To be honest, I was a shy kid growing up. I definitely wasn't this outgoing person that I am now. To be honest, I'll come up on this stage right now and my legs will be shaking. That's how shy that I used to be as a kid. But also understanding that I have a talent and I have a gift that I can really share to the rest of the world. And even though I'm not in the shoulder pad and helmet right now, I can give you information to where you can go back into and you can blossom to where you would like to be. Maybe you don't want to be a football player. Maybe there's something a dream that you have that's way differently than mine. But my point is to give you information and give you words of wisdom to go back and to put more towards that battle and to getting that dream that you always wanted to become. So I would say around my senior year, when I started to become bigger, stronger, faster, and understanding that I might have a talent, I have a gift, and I have the potential to become something. So it's just all about, just like I said, understanding that no one can tell you that you can't do it. Understand that all I can do is just be myself, understanding that the work that I put in, the time that I put in, it all matters, and it's all for a reason. So it doesn't matter, just like I said, if you want to play football or not. It's just all about the amount of effort that you put towards that.
Great question, Avery. Do you have any more questions? Yeah, we do.
My name is Aiden. How did the gritty start?
Yeah.
Great question. That's it.
That is a great question. Well, during my college career, we couldn't really celebrate in the end zone. Celebrating, when you celebrate in college, you used to get a flag. It would be unsportsmanlike conduct, and pretty much we was taught to give the ball to the ref and go back to the huddle. But my mom said that I need to give fans and give the people what they want to see, which is scoring and dancing after I score. So this guy, nickname was Gritty in New Orleans. He came up with the Gritty dance, and while I was in college, and majority of us in college that went to LSU are from Louisiana. So plenty of people knew who this guy was, and we all was watching his videos and seeing his dance moves in the locker room, and we started hitting the Gritty all in the locker room. And my mom told me that I needed to come up with a touchdown celebration. So I was like, maybe the Gritty will be something that I should do. And so my junior season of my last year of college, we played Texas. It was the game of the week. Everybody in the country was watching this game, and I scored my first touchdown, and I gritty for the first time ever. And after that, everybody started, talking about this dance move that I was doing. Surprisingly, I didn't get a flag, so they allowed me to hit the gritty for the first time. And after that, I started hitting the gritty every single game. And then, of course, when I got to the league and I scored my first touchdown, I hit the gritty, and that's when it became, crazy. So that's why pretty much all of you guys know what the gritty is from my first touchdown that I scored in my NFL career.
Great question. I heard mom told you to do it. That's what I heard the whole way. Listen to your mom.
My name's Cooper. Whenever you put in the work and hours, who was your biggest inspiration coming into football?
That's a great question. My biggest inspirations was my parents and my brothers. To see my brothers, play football and seeing the things that they go through and what they went through, into being, a top-tier athlete, and of course leading up into being an LSU quarterback, safety. I kind of got to see all of those things before I even, touch foot into college or touch foot on a high school campus. They got to really give me that information and really got to share all of the different things that they went through, good, bad, ugly, good. It was wonderful to get that type of information from them. So it really leans back on that support system for my brothers to really give me that information, to spend plenty of time with me out there on our field that we had next to our house. So it's just countless hours of time that they really put into their little brother, that they never knew that, I was going to become who I am today. But they seen little bits and pieces of the potential that I could have to be who I am. So it's really my brothers for them having the same dream that I had to being an NFL player, to be a superstar in this league, and for them not to reach it. And that's one of my biggest inspirations, and to really, being in the position that they sadly were never able to be in, but they really got to live through me, with the hard work and the effort that I put into every single day, with this sport that I play.
His brothers were very, very good at LSU. Won a national championship. Jordan quarterbacked the national championship. Yeah. We have time for one more question. One more? Okay. Got it.
What would you say is the best catch you've ever made?
Oh, best catch I've ever made. There's definitely plenty of catches that I've made throughout my football career, but definitely Buffalo is definitely one of the top ones. Just from the situation, being 4th and 18, being late in the fourth quarter, we need a big play to go score, and really everything leading up into that moment. We had a 2-minute warning during that time. We got a little extra time to really talk over the play and understand what we're going to do for this 4th and 18 play, which is very, very difficult to convert. So really, Kirk Cousins coming to me during that 2-minute warning and be like, look, Justin, you're our only hope. We got to throw you this ball, and you got to come up with a big play. Literally, him speaking these words to me. So, going out there and lining up and, calling the HUD and seeing that ball in the air, and really just thinking that it's mine. It's nobody else's but mine. And regardless of how I'm defended, regardless of how this ball is thrown, I'm going to be the one that come up with this ball. So it's definitely, I can say, it's God definitely was with me during that time. To have to put one hand up, it's definitely something that I never probably would do ever again during that situation. But to be 4th and 18 and to come up with that catch for the team, and then of course ultimately getting a win during that game is definitely one of the highlights of my entire career. And even the best part of it is seeing my teammates' reaction, seeing the joy and seeing the fire that they had after that catch, and to say that that's one of the craziest catches that they've ever seen in their life. So it's definitely special, for sure. There we go. Of course.
All right, Justin, it's so interesting. On the ride over here, you explained why you did it or why you do this. Now I feel it. Mm-hmm. How do you feel looking into the eyes of these young kids that look up to you in the way that they do?
Words can't explain it, honestly. But if there would be a word, the love. I feel the love. I feel, just the excitement that, everybody is here, especially they not knowing exactly what they was getting into. But to see the amount of effort, the amount of time that was put into this for these kids is something that, a thank you is not enough, So, just to share this moment with these kids and to really hear their stories and hear those conversations that they're having with me, they're definitely fans of mine, and they're definitely excited to be here and be with me. So that's all that matters. And just like I stated before, just this moment, just that 10 minutes, 20 minutes of spending that time with them and getting to know them and understanding their story and what they go through is countless time.
Okay, I talked to a kid named Avery. He's the one who stood up and asked the question about confidence. Yep. You wrote on the back of his jersey, you can do anything you put your mind to, I believe. Mm-hmm. And you've already given him more confidence. He did the gritty on camera, and he claims he's not a confident person. Right. But in this moment, you're already changing the trajectory.
And that's what I'm saying. That's the what I mean by just giving them an extra word or giving them an extra, that extra energy that they can go back home with. It's all that they need. Just having someone to tell them they can do it. They're able to do it. They're physically able to do it. it's something that is going to be special for them, and that can be all of the words that they need to hear to, you know, fight that battle that they're going through or fight that adversity that they're dealing with every single day. So that's the main important thing.
Okay, if someone opened up a paper tomorrow and it said Jets Day on the top, what would the headline read? What is our takeaway?
Oh, Lord. Put me on the spot. I mean, I don't even want it to be about me. You know, this is not about me. You know, it's mostly about them. You know, having a day, Jets Day is having a day that you can share with Justin Jefferson for a lifetime experience. You know, just being here and being able to share this experience with them. It's something that's special along. You know, I don't care if it's in the paper. I don't care if it's, you know, being televised. That's not what I'm doing it for. You know, I'm doing it for them alone. Doing it for them to have a little bit extra, you know, a smile to really look back on. And this is something that they're going to forever remember. So that's what really matters to me, and what I do it for. Not for the fame, not for the attention. And not to get a pat on my back, you know. So it's definitely great for all of these people to be here, for you to be here with us. But this is something that I want to do continued on down the line.
I got to tell you, when you were speaking to the family, I saw several parents kind of wiping the tears from their eyes. You spoke and encouraged them.
Mm-hmm.
So it is about the kids, but you're speaking to families and the support system too.
Right. And just like I said to them earlier, you know, the support system is the main thing.
Yeah.
You know, if I didn't have my support system, I wouldn't know what I would be. Because your mind goes through a lot of different things. Your mind can tell you a lot of different things that might not be true. And might not, exactly. So having that support system, the people that you can lean on and say, hey, you can do that. Like, don't listen to your head. You know, your head can play a lot of tricks on you. So just understanding what you can do yourself, the physically what you can do yourself, mentally what you can do to yourself, and that's all that really matters. And that love, that embrace, and that affection that you know, we get from those supporting people is all what we need to fight that next battle.
Okay, so you ready? I got it. Jets Day, built by love, and just taking off.
Okay.
We going.
Okay.
We just going.
Okay, I like that. I like that. I like that. Hey, take y'all notes. Hey, take y'all notes. Y'all gotta give her credit though. She came up with that one.
Devin, Jason, whoever else, Cris. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Seriously, of course,
I really appreciate it.
This is a beautiful thing, seriously. Like, beautiful.
Crazy.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.